Insane. Now, most people will look at that and say that's a terrible mother. And they're right. Imagine for a moment all the roles were reversed there. That was a father talking to his two daughters. The wife, whoever it is, isn't around. It's just a father and his two daughters. And he's telling the two daughters how terrible women are and making them repeat it on camera. People will be saying those two girls should be taken away. And you have mothers out here acting like this.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. Y'all already know what to do. Get on Amazon, get that desired nutrition, get that pre-workout for that pump, that energy, and that focus. Get about 4 or 5 of them. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let's get into the video.
Why has there never been a woman president?
Most people vote boys.
Why?
Because they think boys are stronger than girls.
Okay, watch this, and I want to address something afterwards. I just want to give a perspective.
Boys can be a better president than girls, but America's never had a girl president. Men don't want that to change, to keep their hierarchy in line. They want to be stronger always, and they don't want to change that.
You know what that's called? Hierarchy?
No.
The patriarchy.
When he was tossing me the car keys and the patriarchy keychain on the ground.
What is it about the U.S.? Since the beginning of time, all the leaders of the world, majority are who?
Men.
Okay. Who has started every single war?
Every single war.
You know, I'm just gonna go hide and
Insane. Now, most people will look at that and say that's a terrible mother. And they're right. Imagine for a moment all the roles were reversed there. That was a father talking to his two daughters. The wife, whoever it is, isn't around. It's just a father and his two daughters. And he's telling the two daughters how terrible women are and making them repeat it on camera. People will be saying those two girls should be taken away. And you have mothers out here acting like this.
Yeah, that's very dangerous, man. You know, this is the point. I know we on this channel we talk about the importance of fatherhood and, you know, men just being better in general. And this is a point where you can clearly see why mothers should not raise boys. They shouldn't raise boys. They can do it. It's been done. It's done all the time. But should they do it? They should not. You know, I don't think men should just raise girls. They can do it, but they should have a mother to help raise them. You know what I mean? And in this case, she's setting these boys up for failure. You know, these boys are, and it makes me wonder, where is the father at? Where is the father at in this situation? And he's probably not there. She probably hates men. It sounds like she hates men. And she's teaching her boys to hate men because they're going to grow up to be men. And she's teaching them to hate their country, to hate men, and to be weak. She talks about who started all the wars. Who fights all the wars? If men start all the wars, they also finish all the wars. It don't matter who starts them. If women start war, are you guys going to go to war? Are the women going to go to war with each other? No, that's not going to happen. So why put this stuff in these boys' heads, man? They need a father to get in there and raise these boys right. I think it's fair to have, you know, maybe a father, a mother to raise boys up to a certain point, but they need their father, man. That's and this is clear. Like, these boys are going to grow up confused. They're going to be they need that real they need a real male role model in the household, man. And I feel bad for these boys, and shame on the mother, man, for teaching these boys how to behave like this. This is not good. It's not good for anybody.
If you have children, specifically boys, that are under the age of 8, they're 6, 7, 8, and you are a single mama raising those boys alone, and there is a father that is active and present, he paying child support, he come get them on their weekends, he's there at the football game, basketball games, he calling, checking on them every day, he is a good daddy. Before those boys turn 10, I need you to let those children live with their father. Hear me out. You are a woman. You cannot teach those young men how to become young men.
Facts.
Their fathers need to do that. The more that kids are around us, the more they pick up our mannerisms, our behaviors, our habits, because we're the teachers. They are imprinting on us like little ducklings. They're doing everything that we do. They need to be around men to see what men do. And I know somewhere in your mind, you are going to feel like, oh, I'm so shamed. My son doesn't live with me anymore. He lives with his daddy. I must be a bad mom. Absolutely not. You have done 8 years. Now it's time for your child's father to do 8 years, 10 years, whatever's left. When boys get to a certain age, they need to live with their daddies. Cancel the child support.
Ooh.
Send that child with the father. And then you are able to go and work. And now you need to be sending some child support money over to that man.
Ooh.
You need to be helping with buying clothes, sports, extracurriculars, because that is what is best for your child.
Okay, yeah, I really like where she was going with that. Like that makes perfect sense. One thing she said I wanted to pick up on too is that she says that for a boy, he ends up picking up your mannerisms as a woman. And you kind of see that from some people, man. You kind of see there's some people that just, some dudes, some guys, they act like women. And you wonder where they get that from. Obviously, they get it from their mom or whoever raised them, whoever the female was that raised them, mom, grandma, whatever. And they pick up those mannerisms and they kind of act and think like a woman, you know, which is odd when, you know, when they encounter other men and the men can't really understand why they feel this way. And there's some people that I know that are at work that are kind of like that, man. It's just because they didn't really have male role models. You know, they're very sensitive, they're very into their feelings, and I feel like this, you know, they start off sentences like that. Well, I feel like this. I feel, well, what's the truth? Like, I don't care about your feelings, man. What is like the objective truth of this matter? You know what I'm saying? What we're talking about. I think she has a really good, that's a good way to look at things. Like, whether the age be 8 or 10, whatever, but at some point, if you're a single mom, at some point, and you have a good male role model, father figure who is in the household, you guys should start thinking about, hey, maybe I should send our son, off to you to live with for the next 10 years. I've been raising him up until he was 10. From 10 to 18, you know, he should probably be with you. That's perfect, man. I think that's a really good idea because those years, those teenage years, I think that's a very important time for a father to be in the household, to be more hands-on. As far as the younger years, the you know, from 1 year old up until, you know, like she was saying, like 8, when they're still like little kids, it's like the dad, you know, is still there. He should be there for discipline. You know, he should start getting them. It's better for you guys to stay together, obviously, so he can instill that discipline in the children, in both the male and female, the boy and the girl. But if y'all not going to be together, I think it is a good idea to send that boy off with his father. Let his father take care of it. And you help the father. You know, you help with school clothes. You pay him. You know what I'm saying? She said stop the child support, and you start paying child support. I think that's a really good idea, man. I like where that lady was going with that. And that's something that a lot of you women should think about, which I know a lot of you aren't. Maybe some of you will. Obviously, she's someone that thought of this. That I think it's a good idea. Women shouldn't raise boys into men. You know, they shouldn't. They can. It happens all the time. It's unfortunate, but they shouldn't have to do that, and they shouldn't want to do it.
Now, I've done all I can. I got my education. I worked 2 jobs to support you. But I can't teach you how to be a man. Only your father can do that.
That's just my opinion. Okay, so if you guys, the advice for the ladies and the men, if you guys are in a situation where you have that dual custody or whatever, and you have a boy, and the mother, you know, basically holds 100% of the custody, I think it's a good idea for you to think about, or at least bring it up to your ex, and, you know, just have that conversation. You think it's a good idea that we do this? And men, you guys should want that. You should really want that. You should advocate for that. You know, don't just be the dad that just picks your kids up every weekend or once a month, or you do the bare minimum. Like, you should want to do it. You should want to raise that boy into a man, because he's going to be a direct reflection of you, especially if you feel like you're a good person, you're a good man. You should want to be able to push those good traits onto your son. I think that's a really good idea. So hopefully that helps some of you if you're in that situation and you don't know what you want to do as far as raising the kids or how you guys are going to do it. Try that out. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments too, man. You think that's a good idea? You think it's bogus? Let me know what you guys think, man. Don't forget to like the video, share it to someone you may know, and don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.